this revulsive behavior. But that's not before the toll had been done. And here's the big deal. This whole entire scene of slavery set the tone for the fourth factor, colonialism. I'll be honest with every one of us here. Colonialism was the back end of Christianity. See, when the missionaries were sent over, those that sent the missionaries had an agenda. They called it the 3 C's. Civilize, Christianize, commercialize. So, they came over. But here's something very interesting. As they began to do their work, they brought a very powerful meme. An image of a white Jesus. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Man, guy looked just like the missionaries. I mean, and I'll be honest with you, it was powerful, it worked. To make matters worse, they took our names and said, these are pagan, demonic names. You better get Christian names. What's interesting, you all know, is that the Christian names were nothing but English names or French names or Portuguese names. They were really not Christian. As if that wasn't enough, ethnic groups. They divided us by the color of our skin. At the top of the food chain were the whites, and then followed the Indians, and then followed the coloreds, and right at the bottom were the blacks. But you see, the worst was yet to come, which is my 5th point, white supremacy. You know, what is sad is that white supremacy it had its greatest advocate in religious Christianity. It was religious Christianity that pushed the concept and idea that whites are actually supreme and superior to blacks. Truth is that religious Christianity was used as a Trojan horse to hide this very evil seed. And of course, don't forget the linguistic terms like white is good, black is bad, white-listed, black-listed, white market, black market. Throw in a good chunk of slavery, apartheid, Jim Crow laws, really justified again by the Bible. And then this was enforced by the use of lynching, killing, disenfranchisement of black people, inferior education, inferior opportunities. And what that did was essentially kept the black people enslaved through conditioning. And bear in mind, this took centuries. The seed that was further sown, which is so evil also, was the use of linguistics, language, words. I apologize in advance because this is TED, but I have to use this word. One good example of the use of words, caricature, terminologies, is the word nigger. The word nigger and all its related terms was used to further enforce the idea of the inferiority of a black man. You can actually take some time and go visit the Ferry State University Jim Crow Museum of Racist Memorabilia and actually learn for yourself just how harmful it was. The irony, ladies and gentlemen, is that these very terms have become the reality today. And so therefore lies the proof in what I've just said. Blacks actually now believe they're so cursed and so inferior that the only way they can measure up is by looking like the very oppressor that brought them down. And skin bleaching is a good example. Another one is the use of the word muzungu or bazungu or mabwana, which you know mean white man or big boss. And those, by the way, are terms used for fellow blacks that are seen to be progressing. Let me illustrate with a real example. I have a friend of mine who got a